Kembo natata Nzambi Ampungu Kinfumu Kiyakuyisa. Greetings to all the Bantu family all over the world, to the dispersed and outcast of Isolele in the eastern and western hemisphere. I pray that the spirit of Tata Nzambi Ampungu Tulendo is with all of you wherever you are in this world. Welcome to this live broadcast. Today I will keep it a bit short because the last video I did was too long, man. I thought so much. I didn't pay any attention to the time. So for those who enjoyed the teaching, of course, it's wonderful. But in this broadcast, of course, I will not be too long. Brothers and sisters, for those who are interested in joining me this year to Angola, you are more than welcome. I am preparing a first trip this year. It was, I think, our last trip in 2024. The October trip in 2024 was amazing. If you want to join me in 2025, I'm inviting you. I'm still figuring out the date, so stay posted for the date. Okay, but it will be an amazing time. So how's the volume, by the way? Can you all hear me? Are we good on the sound? Everything okay? Hey, if you just came in, greetings, Mbote. Invite some people, tell them that we're live, we're here. And we're about to kick off. Ingeta. Kembo. Nzambi Ampungu Tulendo. Yes, so join me to Angola. I don't have a fixed date yet. Matondo Christmatis for your confirmation. But I'm working on it. I hope to know before the end of this month so that I can communicate it to you guys. For those who are interested in joining me to Angola, you are more than welcome. We are doing great things over there. I have a organization called Angola Investment Group. It is registered in Angola. Yes, it's a legit organization registered in Angola, and we are buying huge plots. So we have our personal plots. We also have, the plots that we're buying for the diaspora community. At this moment, we have 10 hectare. Yes, 10 hectare. That's like 24 acres. Something like that. Yes, and we are building a diaspora community. For those who are interested, you are preparing yourself. You know that a transition must happen, between now and 5 years. We are preparing because we realize that Sub-Saharan Africa is the motherland. And for us, it's the motherland in the country of Angola. We are preparing a beautiful place, a space for the diaspora who want to return home. We are establishing a diaspora community over there. So if you are interested and you want to know more about what we're doing, what I'm doing with my organization, contact me. The email is on the screen. Yes, send the email to info@angolainvestmentgroup.com. Let's talk. We are looking for people who want to be involved in something great. Okay, when you try to do things by yourself, you lack money, you lack support. But when you do it together, you can achieve more. And so we are looking for people who want to work together and to build something great. Right now, we are working on the diaspora community. We have 10 hectares, and we are looking into increasing it up to 50 or even 100 hectares. Yes, but I cannot do it alone. I need your help. I need your involvement. Even if you don't want to go to Angola, you can always invest in what I'm doing, right? Or you can always support what I'm doing. I'm not doing this just for myself, because I do have my own personal land in Angola. But this organization was really birthed out of the vision I received from Nzambi Ampungu Tulendo, from the Most High. As I was lying down, Spirit started to speak to me in a audible voice, like you're hearing me. And I don't need to go into details, but from that visitation, this organization was born, because our ancestors, Nzambi Ampungu Tulendo, and all the holy angels, they want us to return to the motherland. We are children of Africa. We are Bena Kongo, okay? The so-called Palestine, the state of Israel, is not our home. The true land of Canaan is sub-Saharan Africa. Okay? Kongo Kachopa, which is the navel, the center. Kongo Kachopa, which is the cradle of Kimuntu, of humankind. So we need to go, we need to return home. This is the time to prepare. The world is changing. The world is changing. All the powers are going back. They have gone already, actually. I think in 2022 or something, I prophesied. I prophesied. And the Most High told me that all the powers, the rulership, is returning to Africa. It's returning, to Central Africa, Bena Kongo. And that we need to prepare ourselves for the transition. Okay, because the West will go down and Africa will go up. So that's actually it. So join me this coming Sunday. Yes, this Sunday we have a special live broadcast on the YouTube channel from one of our American sister, Ashanda at Large. Okay, so spread the word. We will have a special live at the YouTube channel Ashanda at Large with Ron Dalton Jr., Yahunde Batakani, and of course myself, Nabi Kefa. And I believe it will be a great episode. You don't want to miss this, so make sure to save the day and the dates. Okay, the time, save the day and time. Sunday 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Okay, Sunday, this weekend, Sunday 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Be there. Okay, be there. So tell people, let people know. Ron Dalton Jr., Nabi Kefa, and Yahunde Batakane are coming together to discuss. To discuss Canaan. Yes, where's the land of Canaan? Is it Sub-Saharan Africa? Do we have to look elsewhere? Is it Ethiopia? Is it, Palestine, right? Present day state of Israel. Where is the land of Canaan? So that's the topic. Yes, make sure to join. Nabi Kefa, Ronald Dalton Jr. en Yahunde Batakane. And it is a true Makuku Matatu, right? If you know what it means. It's a Kongo proverb. All right. So, greetings to those who just joined us. Yes. May the Most High bless you. Yes. So, once again, Angola Investment Group, my organization. For those who want to be part of a group that is building something in Angola, you can, of course, reach out to me. You can send an email to info@angolainvestmentgroup.com. Okay? For those who want to be part, it was a very beautiful experience for Byron and his wife. They really enjoyed this. I believe in this video in Angola, Byron and I met for the first time in real life, right? We have been speaking online via Zoom and telephone, WhatsApp, etc. But it was the first time that we met, and you can meet me too, right? Now, for those who are interested, anyway, it's there in the chat. Okay, Kembo, Nzambi Ampungu. Greetings to all the Bantu family. Nu siemi. Salama. Kembo, Kembo, Kembo. All glory and honor to the Most High. Kongo. Nzambi Ampungu Tulendo. Ingeta. Now today we gonna look into several things. Yes. We're gonna first look a little bit into the Yehudit, right, which is the tongue of Yahunde. So I have a video on this. It's online. Is it on YouTube? I'm not sure if it's on YouTube. Let's see. Okay. Okay, it's not on YouTube, it's on Patreon. I have a teaching on Patreon. It's not here. It's on Patreon. So if you go to Patreon, there you can get the teaching Yehudit. I will not go through everything here. I will just break down some, basic things. So we're talking about Yahunde, the lawgiver. But before I go into that, let me just show you that let's see. That Yehudit, and we're gonna look into it, okay? Don't worry, Yehudit, we're gonna look into it. But before we go there, let me okay, yes, here it is. Okay, Okay. Yes, dit is de Jewish Encyclopedia. The Jewish Encyclopedia states the following. The Hebrew language. Now listen carefully. The Hebrew language might be appropriately called the Israelites dialect of Canaanites, a branch of the Semitic language. Canaan, right? So, brothers and sisters, the question here is, what's the question? Is Canaan the land of Israel? Because this is what we're going to discuss. Coming Sunday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, at the YouTube channel, Ashanda at Large. Okay, with Ron Dalton Jr., my man, and Yahunde, Batakane, and of course myself, Nabikefa. Yes? So the Hebrew language might be appropriately called the Israelites dialect of Canaanites, a branch of the Semitic language. Dr. Ellen H. Goodbay, this is from a quote from the book The Heritage, or the Hebrew Heritage of Black Africa. Dr. Ellen H. Goodbay, whose book I also have, professor of the Bible at Duke University, says there is no such thing as a Semitic race. We use the term Semitic to describe a type of language and a sort of culture which we can trace using that type of language. And Alfred Louis Gruber, professor of anthropology at the University of California, notes that some scholars find similarities between the Sumerian of early Babylonia and modern African languages. Okay, now those modern African languages are, among them, of course, the majority, the Bantu dialects. Yes, it's the Bantu dialects. Let me read again. Alfred Louis Gruber, professor of anthropology at the University of California, notes that some scholars find similarities between the Sumerian of early Babylonia and modern African languages. This observation lends some credence to the more specific findings that the dialect of Abraham's family and the Israelite was of African origin. Man, the dialect, so the language, yes, the dialect of Abraham's family, and we're talking about the Abraham of the Bible. It says that the dialects of Abraham's family and the Israelites was of African origin. Take note. Okay, take note. How you all doing? Make your presence known in the chat. Let me know how you are. And if you are enjoying the content here on Nabikefa Yiseka'yah, Kongo the ntotila. Many people find it very hard to understand what we teach here because it's yes it's something else, right? It's something else. You're coming from standard Hebrew Israelite teachings, and now you're dealing with a Muntu, with a Mukongo, who is bringing the same truth but from a complete different perspective, as I come from the perspective purely of our ancient holy tradition of our ancestors, right? I base things on the holy tradition of our ancestors, which is shadowed in the Bible, okay? Which is shadowed in the Bible, present in the Bible. Now, some people may think this guy, Nabi Kefa, doesn't believe in the Bible. Of course I do. I quote out the Bible all the time. Yes, I believe in the Bible, even though I do realize, I am very clear that the Bible, its origin, the papyrus, right, on which our ancestors wrote, was taken, changed, manipulated. Some stories are not exactly, correct, but I believe that the Bible contains the words of the Creator, the words of the holy prophets. There is a powerful spirit in the Bible. The Bible is a powerful book, yes, but I also realize that one day, as scripture itself states, we will do away with the Bible, and as some prophets stated, prophets like Simon Kimbangu, the day will come that we will have our own holy book, which is completely reserved for the Bantu. Yes, so yeah, I know, I understand. What I teach is not for everyone, and many of you are unsubscribing. It's of course it's a shame, but it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. I will just continue to do what I do. Yes. So we have been saying that the true Hebrew, Paleo-Kikongo, the true Paleo-Hebrew is a Bantu language, Kikongo, Kiswahili, right? People fought against it. We have been saying Africa is the motherland, people are against us. We have been saying the Bantu people are Israelites. People demonized the name Nzambi. But now everyone is saying Nzambi is the name of God. Bantus are Israelites, but not all Bantus. Yes, so we believe that all Bantus, if you are a Bantu, you are a Bantu because your ancestors, your fathers, your mothers, they will tell you, we are Bantu. A Bantu is a Bantu. It's in your culture, it's in your DNA, it's in who you are. So if you know you're Bantu, you're Israelite, So how can people say not all Bantu are Israelite, but at the same time, everyone in the States, right, in the diaspora, who is black, many of the camps are identifying them as Israelites. Even those who are clearly of European descent, right? Having white skins and things like that, You know what I'm talking about. I don't need to go in too far. You know what I'm saying. The 12 charts, what they present. And then people come and say not all Bantus are Israelites. For me, it's just ridiculous. Yes, Bantus are Bantu. When you Bantu in Africa, you know that you're Bantu, right? Because people, those who are not Bantu, they will point the finger, say that guy is not Bantu. That's the way it is in Africa. Yes, but anyway, the language of Abraham, the language of the Israelites, here we are told, was of African origin. Kibantu. Without a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. Now, look at this. This is a dictionary of the Bible. One of many, right? The greater part of the Old Testament, this is from 1900. It's a dictionary of the Bible from 1901. Yes, 1901. The greater part of the Old Testament is written in the language called by the Assyrian the tongue of the West Country. Yes, the tongue. All right. The tongue of the West Country. By biblical writers, the tongue of Canaan. Okay? The tongue of Canaan. In Isaiah 19:18, or Yehudit. Yehudit in 2 Kings 18, Nehemiah 13, by the rabbis, the sacred tongue, or the language of the law. The Hebrew language may be appropriately termed the Israelite dialect of Canaan. Now, where is Canaan? Is Canaan Sub-Saharan Africa, or is Canaan Palestine, where we have the state of Israel today? But anyway, Canaan is a reference to Africa, because we know Canaan was the son of Cam. The Egyptians also called themselves Cam or Camites or Camites. And the term Egyptian is Greek. The Egyptians never called themselves Egyptians by that term. Okay, that's a Greek term, which descends from a Greek deity, Aegyptos, which was a Greek deity. So they usurped Kemet. Okay, they usurped Kemet. They took it, they colonized it. Is there an echo? And they called it Egypt, Aegyptos, after a Greek god. And so once again, we have three sources, or even four, okay, telling us that the language of the Hebrews, right, the ancient Israelites, Abraham's family, was an African language, African dialect. That is not what I am saying, right? It's not Nabi Kefa saying it. No. Many assured us they, the Israelites, were a race of Ethiopian origin, African, right? Once again, African. It's a book, Histoire de Luango-Kakango, from Abbé Poyard, and he writes, there is found in the language of the Negro Africans many words pretty much resembling Hebrew, having the same definition. Now, in this book over here, the Atlas Geographus for Africa states Judaism was the religion of the Africans for a long time. You see, it says Judaism was the religion of the Africans for a long time. Not because Jews, white Ashkenazi Jews came to Africa to introduce. No, it is being written by Europeans who came to Africa, right? And as they came to Africa, they observed, because they were reading the Bible, they knew the Bible, they observed among the African Bantus Hebraic traditions. Yes, even the language. Even the language. They said, no, these people, there's something going on here. So when we look into Yehudit, Yahunde, okay, Yehudit in reality is Yahunde or Kihunde. Yes, this word here, Yehudit, is Yahunde or Kihunde. And we have a tribe in Congo. First of all, we have a city in Cameroon, which is called Yahunde. Yes, in Cameroon. Second, we have a lot of places around Africa that carries the name Hunde. Yes, Hunde or Unde. Unde, Hunde, which refers to Yahunde. And we also find a tribe within Congo, yes, that carries the name Hunde, Bahunde. And the dialect they speak is Kihunde. You understand? That's the thing. Okay? Yeah. So we did not learn this Judaism in its original ancient origin, right? In its authentic form. Are you hearing me? In its authentic form is African. It has nothing to do with the Ashkenazi, Ish, pertaining to, right? It has nothing to do with the SOS, synagogue of S, Satan. In its authentic originality, it is African. The tradition is African. The religion, if I may call it, spirituality is rooted in African spirituality, right? That whole system of worshiping is African. Yes, it's African. And it was very well known in Africa. Okay? Now, let me ask this question to all of you. No, I will not. I think I have offended too much people already. Yeah. So let me just leave it like that. If you want to go deeper, join my classes. Join me on Patreon. Okay? Because people do not understand what we're teaching here. People do not, or they don't want to understand because they want to remain just plainly Israelites, if you know what I mean. Our ancestors never called themselves Israelites. But I have this, I feel like people just want to continue in what they know. Because you must understand, everything African has been stolen, right? Judaism was African tradition in its authentic form. They took it, they completely transform it, make something else of it. Yes, the Ashkenazi, they make completely something else of it. And today, as many are coming to the realization that they are Israelites, what do you think they do? They're reading their books. They are imitating their behaviors, right? Like how they worship. They're putting that cap upon their head. They're taking the talit and everything. Is that what we should do? Is that what we should do? Just shadowing, imitating the Kadiyam Pemba, right? who were owners of the slave ships, owners of the auctions, selling our brothers and sisters on the auctions. No, man, that's crazy. Yes, but that's what people want, and that is exactly what people want. You don't want to listen and to really get an understanding. There are just a few of you guys, right? Hardcore people. People are like, man, give it to me, man. We need to uproot all the lies. But as we are uprooting all the lies, people are getting hurt, right? People are getting offended. People are saying I'm crazy. I've lost it. It's insane. I need your support, man. I need your support. Where's the support? If you love the teaching, if you like what we bring forth, come on. Let me know. Subscribe. Some 50% is watching. 50% of you guys are watching are not subscribed. That tells me something, right? So why are you watching and you're not subscribed? It's strange. So the Hebrew, the language of Yahunde, Yehudit, is Ki Yahunde. Okay, it's Ki Yahunde. And the I and T is the KE in Bantu. I explain, if you want to have the explanation, go on Patreon. The teaching is up there. Okay, go on Patreon, become a Patreon member, and you will find the teaching up there where I break it down completely. Okay, now we're gonna look into this scripture. Okay, this is something. So we're gonna look into this. Yes, Mbote Bandeko, how you all doing? Let me see. Seben for life. Mbote and Pangi. Pangi Yakobo. How you doing? Mbote Ndeko. Kufu Asar. Yes, the Khazars came to Africa to learn their religion and not to teach. Everyone came to Africa to be taught. And you know where the great school were located when the Greek came, when the Roman came? The schools of light, the schools of knowledge, the schools of science. Where were they? Where were they? In Kemet, right? In Kemet, right? Not in the so-called Palestine. The light of Nzambi Ampungu Tulendo, the light of the Supreme Being, the light of God was in Kemet. These are facts spoken by the Greeks, by the Romans, even by the Jewish rabbis. The Jews never had the light. They went to Kemet. They went to the black Bantu to get the light. Oh, Bandeko. En tout cas, Maouin Bisso. It's a sad thing. Wait, what happened? What happened? Okay. Where's the volume? Why is there no volume? Play. It doesn't want to play. Oh. Makambuninyoyo. Okay, there we go.
That's just sort of the structure.
Now
of
listen
holy
to what this
temples,
guy
and the Israelites
says.
took it from someone else.
By the way, Israelites left with a lot of things that were done in ancient Egypt. You know, so that was the reason we went there in the first place, according to the Kabbalah. And this is where the psychedelic lecture comes in, because the reason we had to go into Egypt was to extract these things that they had of light that had fallen there. So to extract these things that they had of light that had fallen there. So to extract these things that they had of light that had fallen there. So
You see that? They admit,
what if someone
and
said,
there are many sources, okay? Many, the Kabbalah, the mystic teachings of Kabbalah came from Africa, okay? And you know, the good and the bad. The good and the bad, okay? But the light of God was in Africa, okay? Not amongst the Jewish, Ashkenazi, but they themselves admit that they had to go to Kemet to take from the Bantu, okay? To take. So these are realities that we are trying to bring forward, and people are getting mad because you want to stick with the European Kadiampemba paradigms. But we need to break those. For generations upon generations, those people brought lies. And today, the whole world is confused. Right? They have lied so much that when we present the truth, people are being confused. They're like, oh, what's going on? What? Oh, I'm confused. I don't know anymore. What's happening? Like a fish out of the water. You're confused. You don't know what direction, you know how to position yourself anymore, and etc., etc. But anyway, it's all good, you know. If you want to learn more, you want to be able to ask questions, you really want to understand, I encourage you, join my Patreon and come to my classes. The next class will be this Samba. Yes, this Samba. What's the time? It's 5 p.m. CAT. That should be like 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Now, you know, and when we teach, our objective is to bring light. Right? To bring light. It's never to cause divisions. It's never to fight against anyone. It's just to bring light. Some people will get understanding. Others will find it hard to grasp. But in time we grow, right? In time our understanding grows. Now let's deal with this verse in Genesis 49 verse 10. Many of you may know this verse because it deals with the Messiah, right? And it says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Now, see here, it's talking about a scepter, that is a ruler staff, right? It's saying it that the authority to rule shall not depart from Judah, Yahunde. Now the question then becomes, where was Yahunde? Yes, and where in history were the kings of Yahunde? You see, because now many will say in Israel, but there is no sufficient archaeological evidence that suggests that King David, King Solomon, and all those Israelite kings and Judaic kings ever were there in Palestine. Now that's not me saying, that those are just findings, conclusions of many archaeologists and scholars. Now, those who will force the narrative will, of course, always have their own opinions, and but it's divided. There is not truly an evidence of the palace of Solomon. And how come till today they are excavating Kemet, right? They are finding all the bones of those ancient kings, of whom many were Bantu. But we have no grave from David, Solomon, Yiseka'yah, Ahab. It's nowhere to be found. As if they never existed. Those are hard questions we need to ask. And people are afraid to ask those questions. Because of your doctrines, your teachings, you want to hold on something that's clearly without substance. Now, in this year, 2025, I will ask those hard questions, and I will deal with those hard questions. But I realize that many are getting offended on YouTube. So I will give you what you want to hear. I will break down our Bantu cultures, identified in the Bible. I will break down the name of the 12 tribes, in the Kikongo, in the Kibantu, in the Zulu. I will break it down. I will show you, yes, we are the Israelite the Bible speaks of. But those who want to know more, those who say, hey, man, give me the meat, I encourage you. Subscribe to Patreon and join my Samba classes. Okay? Come there. Join. Now, when we look into the word lawgiver, yes, that word lawgiver, in the Strongs, it's kakak. As you can see, Strongs 2710. A primitive root, probably to hack, to engrave, a judge. Judges 5:14, to be a scribe. Yes, by implication, to enact laws being cut in stone or metal tablets in primitive time. To appoint, decree, a governor, and grave, lawgiver. Okay? Now look, that grave is associated with the Hebrew kakak. That's very strange. So how would you explain this, right? But when we look into our Bantu tradition, it's very easy. It's very easy to explain it. Why is it easy to explain it from a Bantu understanding, from a Bantu culture? Why is it easy to understand? Well, because in reality, yes, Judaism was the religion of the Africans. So when something is yours, right? When you are the inventor of a machine, no one needs to tell you how it works. You don't need to read a manual to know and understand how it operates. You know exactly how it works. That's the same thing. Judaism was the religion of the Bantu Africans for a long time, before any Kadian Pemba, any Ashkenazi, any priest came to Congo, came to Africa. Okay? So, from that Bantu perspective, it becomes easy. How would you interpret this? With a Christian mindset, right? With a Western theology. How would you interpret the fact that kakak is associated with the grave? Kakak meaning lawgiver, right? Lawgiver. And what we're reading here is the Strong's. It's not something that I came up with. It's just the Strong's definition. Eh? Yeah, people, come on, come on. Look, before I continue, for those who just came in, Mbote, Nusiemi, Bandeko, how you all doing? It's me, Nabikefa. Thank you for being here. Everyone is searching for truth, right? And in our pursuit for truth, there are so many things that we are dealing with. Yeah, so many people, putting forth their radiation, their own light, their own perspectives, their own idea, their own thoughts. So it becomes so confusing when you listen to so many people. This is one of the reasons the Bible encourages you and gives you a counsel. Let not many be your teacher. Just exactly for this reason. And YouTube is a mess, right? It's a pool. It's like an ocean. You're listening to so many people. End of the day, you're confused because that one says this and that one says that. My advice is just, go into prayer and ask the Most High, to whom shall I lend my ear? Let the Most High, the Spirit, speak to you. Confirm in your spirit. And go ahead and follow that person, whosoever it may be, so that you don't live in a state of confusion. That's my advice, my personal advice, because I know how frustrating it can be. Anyway, this coming Sunday, we will be live at Ashanda at Large. Sunday, 12 noon, Eastern Standard Time. I will be there with Ron Dalton Jr., Yahunde Batakane, yes, and of course, myself. And I believe it will be a good session. So, if you have nothing to do, or if you have something to do, make sure, yes, to reserve a time so that you can be there live and listen to what the brothers have to say. Okay? And I don't know if Yahunde himself watches anything on YouTube on my teachings. I don't know if Ashanda watch everything, but I'm just invited by Ron Dalton Jr. to join him, because Ron Dalton Jr. and I, believe it or not, we're actually good friends, okay? And we talk regularly. We talk. We are good friends. So he invited me. He said, hey, Kefa, come on, man. Join me at Ashanda at large. You know, let's have a conversation over there. I said, okay, no problem. Let's do it. Why not? That's why. Yeah, but I also understand fully well that my teachings are hard and difficult. You need to be from a certain level, right, to actually understand what I teach. It's not for everyone. Yeah, it's normal. It's if it's not for you, it's not for you. Yes. For those who are looking to build something in Angola, you may or may not know I have an organization, Angola Investment Group. We are building a diaspora community over there. Right now we have 10 hectares. We are looking into expanding into 50 or even 100 hectares. But I cannot do it alone. I need your help. I need your support. If you're here and you want to support me or you want to be a part of it, let me know. You can reach out to me via info@angolainvestmentgroup.com. Yes, info@angolainvestmentgroup.com. I'm also preparing a first trip this year to Angola. I'm still figuring out the date. When I have everything complete, of course, I will share and inform you guys. For those who want to join, beautiful. Join me. Angola is very beautiful. You will discover Angola, okay, and you will see the potential it holds for establishing businesses, for doing many things over there. If you want to be part of Angola Investment Group and what we are building there, diaspora community and jobs and businesses we're trying to establish there for the diaspora in a cooperation with the diaspora and the local brothers and sisters over there. Now, join me. We can always have a conversation, see, if there's a match in your vision and desires and whatever you want to do. Yeah, but in this life, we must understand that we cannot do everything by ourselves. Some things you can do by yourself. Other things you need a group of people. You need partners, right? So I'm asking you, partner with me, join me. For those who want to do something in Africa, and in our case in Angola, you want to be part of the community building. I invite you. Come and join me in Geta. You are more than welcome. Okay, now when we look into the Hebrew kakak, right, as we have seen, the lawgiver, let me make red. The lawgiver is the Hebrew kakak. The final consonant, generally with few exceptions, is voiceless. So kakak is pronounced kaka. The word kaka is the Kikongo nkaka. Elder, chief, lawgiver, governor, ancestor in the beyond. Yes, read Genesis 25 verse 8. The word ties, kanga, and the word ties those who are alive and dead together. And we're talking about the word kaka. You see? And that's how you explain grave within the definition, the strong definition of the biblical Hebrew kakak, grave. Because in Bantu, nkaka, right? It's a word that ties those who are alive and dead together. To tie is kokanga. Kokanga. Kanga, which means to tie. To tie together. We have a bond, right? That's why the Bible always speaks of the God of our fathers, the God of our ancestors. Because those who are alive and those who have gone to be with the Lord, they are tied together. That's the reason, biblically, they have that language, the God of our ancestors, the God of our fathers. Because the dead and the living are tied together. They have a bond. Okay? The Israelites, that is to say the Bantu, have always been under the rule of the Bankaka since the time of Moses. Massa. This is confirmed in Numbers 11, in Judges 5, in Matthew 26. The ancient Kaka of the people were feared and respected legislators of the people, the tribes. The biblical tradition has always been present among the Bantu. Okay? Yeah, okay. Let's remove people because you cannot say people. The Bantu. Okay? The Bankaka or the Bakoko in Angola or Makoko governed their respective tribes. Those are called the Lawgivers. They were mostly associated with the office of an elder, priest, or a king. Okay? Yes, BZ. You want me to answer your question? How the Bantu were Kemites and Israelites at the same time? I can answer that question. But I will not answer that question here. It's for me, it's not a difficult question. At least when I was still lost, you just believed everything you were taught in church. Everything you read in Christian books written by Christian authors. You believe everything the Jewish people told you. But when you do actual research, you will come to the understanding. When you pray, when you truly seek the Most High and ask Him for truth, that Nzambi, reveal me the truth, show me the light, He will. But most of you, when you are shown the light, you don't like it. Because as we are praying, in our mind, we have this idea that what we think, that is what the Most High must answer. No, it's not like that. Look, in Bantu Kemetic, in the hieroglyph, in the hieroglyphs, we have the symbol of Kaka. Kaka. This, it's this symbol with arms up is the Ka. The Ka is also the He in square Hebrew upside down, right? They turned it and it became He. But the Ka, what people will say Egyptian, but Egyptian is Greek, right? The ancient people never called themselves Egyptian. Okay? They were people of Kam or Kem. In Congo we say Kama. So Kamitic or Kemitic. We see the hieroglyphs. Kaka. Kaka. Which also may refer to God. Kaka. To God. Kakayeto in Kilu Valley. Kakayeto also means God, our ancestor, elder, ancient one. Yeah? Like we see in the book of Daniel. The ancient ones seated upon a throne. Hair like wool. Huh? So, among the Bantu people, wait a minute, I'm not even sharing the screen. Mawa. Forgive me. I'm talking as if you can see what's on the screen. Crazy. Okay, let me I believe you guys can see it now, right? You guys can see it. Now here's the image. Okay. The Bantu Kemetic, people will say Egyptian. The term Egyptian is, like I said, it's Greek. And ancient people never called themselves Egyptians. But look at this, Bantu Kemetic, this symbol, hieroglyphs, is Kaka, or God, Kakayetu, right? Which means God, our ancestor, elder, ancient one. Okay, ancient one. Do you know that the Hebrew, the Paleo-Hebrew, okay, listen to me. Let me answer the question of BZ this way, okay? Let me show you some honor and answer your question this way. We will use language, okay, to answer your question. The Paleo-Hebrew, yes, the ancient Hebrew, is actually, in reality, Kongo, or let's just say Proto-Bantu. Okay? The Paleo-Hebrew, and if you are honest, my brothers and sisters, what I'm saying, you can research yourself. Do you think I just get these things from the cloud, No. I pray, I meditate, I research. Understand? I listen to my elders. I ask questions to my elders. And when I speak to an elder who is learned, okay, I'm not talking about some elder who doesn't know anything. Learned elders. I talk to them, I listen to them, and if they have books, I buy the books. You understand? And they, all of them, I've not met one, okay, maybe one, but the rest of them, all of them, they are all saying the same thing. All saying the same thing. In one accord. It's crazy, my brothers and sisters. The lies that we have been fed is tremendous. Okay? There's a lot to unpack. A lot. A lot. Just because we know that we are the ancient people, the Israelite the Bible speaks of, we think that's it, that's it. No. If we really believe that we the people We don't need to follow the example and copy the tradition and trying to speak their language, right? Can you believe it? A Muntu going to Hebrew school to speak Yiddish? Come on. Come on. Huh? Fake language, fake people, and you're going to their institutions to learn a fake language. It's insane. The Paleo-Hebrew, in actuality, is the Bantu tongue. Proto-Bantu, Kikongo, Kiswahili. That's it. Okay? That's it. So when you study the language of the Bantu people, now listen to me. Now when you study the language of the Bantu people, you will see that its lexicon, okay, is exactly the same with the Bantu dialects, with the Bantu African languages. When you study the Hebrew, the Paleo-Hebrew, the Biblical Hebrew, the Strongs, right, you will also see that the Strongs, those Biblical Hebrew words, is actually Kikongo, Kiswahili, Kizulu, Kibantu. Now, how is that possible, right? Because all those names are just confusion. It's actually just one language, Proto-Bantu. That's it. Yes. Now, look, we have seen. Here the proof is on your screen. You cannot make these things up. The proof is on your screen. Look, the Bantu Kemetic, the hieroglyphs, what you see here, gives us the word kaka, right? The root being K, double K, kaka, a double K, kaka, which means ancestor, elder, or ancient one. Now you have seen the Hebrew. See, the Hebrew is also there. So that is the Hebrew right there, kakak. Strong's 27:10. That's the biblical Hebrew, kakak, which is the Bantu kaka, which is the Egyptian, right? Bantu Kemetic kaka. You see what we have? We have biblical Hebrew, same word. We have Bantu, we have Bantu Kemetic. It's the same. The proof is there. And we don't need to go far. We can just use the language. And we see that those three languages are actually just one and the same. So, now when you go to the book of Romans, you see the Kaka, Bakaka, also in the book of Romans, who are Israelites to whom pertain the adoption and the glory and the covenant and the giving of the law and the service of God and the promises, who are the fathers of the ancestors, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Christ, the divine King, came, okay, who is over all, God blessed forever. Over all, God blessed forever. Ingeta. Amen. Ingeta. Yeah, brothers and sisters, that's it. Matondo. Matondo. Let's see. Lisa Mbote. How you doing? Everything all right? about Yah. Mbote Nabino. Kochma. Yes. Kochma. Koma in Kikongo, right? Koma, which means wisdom. Koma ya Kongo, the wisdom of ya Kongo, the Most High. Engeta. Kufar, Kufar Asar, you're sharp. I like your comments. You're sharp. We were in Kemet, okay? The so-called Yiddish people, they were never in Kemet. They never lived in Kemet. But we, Mohindu, we, the Bantu, we were in Kemet. Yes. And not just as slaves, right? People think we're just slaves in Kemet. No. That's another thing we need to look into. Okay? Because history is a soup. History is a hot mess. You know for yourself that the victors, they are the one who write history. Okay? They have done everything in their power to erase the glory of the Bantu, the glory of the sons of God, the men of God. Okay? Nzambi, Bena Kongo. They have done everything they can, and they use three powers, what we call Makukumatatu Malamba Kongo. They use three powers, okay? Because when the Most High created Muntu, he gave him three powers by which he could rule the world, build civilizations, and create order in his world. And this Kadiampemba took those three powers and they used it to destroy the world, to take the world in hostage, okay? Take you in hostage. And they perverted the truth. What are those three powers? First of all, they took the spiritual power, right? Religion, spirituality. They took the power of religion and they created something to control your mind, your beliefs, your soul, your spirit even. And they took the scientific knowledge and they're ruling the world, telling you all kinds of things, what they say is truth, right? They took the scientific knowledge. They took the governing power. And what are they doing? They're governing the world. Putting everyone under their control. Who? The house of Esau. The house of Edom. You understand? But those powers originally were given to Muntu. And now, 2 years ago or something, yes, I prophesied that the Most High said, those powers have been returned to the Bena Kongo. And that's why we are seeing a shift taking place in Africa. Africa is shaking off the Kadiampemba rule. They're kicking those Mundele out of Africa. They're taking back the power. You understand? That's why we are in the awakening. We're taking back the power of the spirit, the power of the minds, the power of the souls. Taking it back. Next step will be the economic power. Take back the economic power. Yes? You understand? So there are a lot of things that we think are truth. We think, that's it. But as we are growing from glory to glory, from strength to strength, from power to power, from light to light, right? From truth to a greater truth, Because truth itself also reveals itself progressively. As we continue to pray, continue to humble ourselves, continue to seek, we grow, knowledge increase, revelation increase, wisdom increased. But we need to humble ourselves. A cup that's already full, no one can fill it. So we must be willing to empty ourselves to say, oh, Nzambi, I don't know. Please teach me. Yes, but if you come with attitude, hey, I know everything. What is this guy saying? He knows nothing, man. Solomon, it's all nonsense, BS, things like that. Okay. Where's the glory of Israel? Right? In the world history. The glory of Israel in the world history, it's only in the Bible. It's only in the Bible. Where are the great monuments? Where did the people go when they wanted to learn about God? Where did the people go when they wanted to learn about the knowledge, the spiritual knowledge, the science? Where did they go? What do the Greeks say? What do the Romans say? Did they go to the Yiddish people? No, they did not. Where did they go? To Africa. They went to Africa. Yes. And that's the reality. That's the truth. We need to accept. Bandeko. Blessings to all of you. Don't forget, this coming Sunday we have a powerful sit down at the YouTube channel Ashanda at Large with Ron Dalton Jr., Yahunde Batakane, and of course myself. You are all invited to join us 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Ingeta. If you are not offended by what I teach, what I say, what I bring forward, because some of you just want us to yell at the white man, right? Mundele kadiapemba, mundele ndoki. The white people are the devils. Esau is the son of the devil, Satan, this and that. No, let's continue to bring forward truth, revelation, yes, from the perspective of our ancestors, not from a European paradigm, not from the European theology, right, way of thought, no, but from the Bukongo. That's it, from the Bukongo. Okay, the revelation is there. Africa was and is the light. Africa is Eden. It is the promised land, the land of milk and honey. Sub-Saharan Africa is the Holy Land, the land of God. Yes, the land of God. And that's why it is the richest. It's called the fatness of the earth. And everyone is fighting for Africa. They are not fighting for the Middle East. They are not fighting for Israel. They want Africa, especially Congo, Central Africa, the heart, the navel, the center. Right? Katiopa. That's what they want. Because it's the land of glory. Ingeta. Matondo, thank you for watching. I'm Nabi Kefa, your humble teacher. No, I'm a simple man. For those who know me, those who are part of my part of my class, my students, they know who I am. I'm not difficult. I'm a very humble man. I'm simple. I'm not complicated. But I do understand here on YouTube, and I have to say, if you want to listen to the basic stuff, right? Just people saying, "Oh, we're the Israelites," yeah, that's not me. I have passed that. I'm going forward. I'm moving forward, and I will not go backward to teach elementary stuff. Okay, there are a lot of people who are very popular who are teaching those things. You can go there, listen to them. How they break down the curses, right? How they break down the tribes, whatever. which I don't believe in, by the way, those 12 tribe charts. But anyway, but if you want to know the root, yes, the roots of the Bible, the roots of the tradition of our ancestors, which are written in the Bible, you are here at the right place. Listening to me for the first time, you may be confused, but just watch some videos and re-listen, re-watch, and whatever, do some research, or be wise and join the Patreon and have access to my Samba classes, right? That's it. Beautiful. All right. You can support me if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy the teachings here on YouTube. You can support me via a super chat here on YouTube. You can also support via PayPal, or the best thing you can do is become a Patreon member, so that you will have access to more teachings on Patreon. And as a member of Patreon, you will also find the Zoom link for the Samba classes. Yeah, it's all there. So, Nzambi Ampungu, until we meet again, and may Congo reign. Ingeta.